Does eating out completely derail your weight loss progress? Well, it used to for me. Every time I would go to a restaurant, it would set me back for days. But eventually I learned a few simple tips that help me enjoy my meals out without killing my progress. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 10 things that help me stay on track every time I eat out. Number 1, check the menu before you go. I always check the menu ahead of time so I give myself options and I know what I'm choosing when I get there. This helps me avoid the last minute or on-the-spot decisions. And I also found that if I'm deciding in the moment or trying to decide when I'm hungry, I usually don't make the best choices. So, make your choices beforehand when you're thinking clearly. Number 2, choose lower calorie cooking styles. Focus more on the grilled, roasted, and the baked options, and if you can, stay away from things that are fried or covered in mounds of cheese or sauteed in a lot of butter or oil or have heavy cream sauces. These are the meals where the calories really add up fast. And don't be afraid to ask your server how things are prepared. There might be ways where they could swap something out or prepare it a little bit differently that might be less calories. Number 3, prioritize protein on the plate. Choose entrees where the protein is the main focus of the meal, like a grilled chicken or a grilled steak with a side of vegetables or a starch, instead of a dish where the chicken is just hidden under a pile of pasta and some sauce. This is going to help you stay fuller longer, and it's going to help you cut your calories. Number 4, sauce on the side. This is a big one. I always ask if the sauce of a meal is part of the cooking process or whether it's poured on afterwards, and I always try to get it on the side if I can. I have found that most of the time restaurants pour way too much sauce on the meal, way more than I actually need. Sometimes it's like drowning in sauce. So I have found that by having the sauce on the side, it helps me in 2 ways. First, it cuts a lot of extra calories. When I have the sauce on the side, I dip each bite lightly in the sauce, and I find that over the course of the meal, I have used so much less than they actually give me. Second, dipping each bite first slows me down. It adds an extra step so I'm not inhaling the food as quickly. Number 5, cut the portions right away. Some restaurants serve such huge, massive portions of food, way more than I ever need. But unfortunately, I've always had a tendency to overeat or binge eat, so if the food is put in front of me, I'm going to eat it. But now, if a big portion of food comes out, I ask for a box right away, I cut that meal in half, and I put half of it away, and I bring it home for later. But the real test is not eating it 2 hours later or turning it into a midnight snack. One thing that seems to help me is to freeze it and then store it away so it's out of sight. Don't let it be too accessible. The harder it is to grab, the better. Number 6, swap, skip, cut back on, or share the extras. Especially the food items that don't really make that much of a difference to you. Pass on the bread they bring to the table, or that extra appetizer or drink, or share a dessert with someone. You don't have to say no to everything, but just be more intentional. Also, look for ways that you could swap things out without making you feel like you're missing out. For example, having a salad instead of French fries with that burger, or opting for a lighter appetizer instead of something that's fried or heavy. And I have a separate video that talks about being more intentional with your food choices. I will put a link in the description if you want more information on this. Number 7, don't starve yourself beforehand. I used to do this all the time. If I knew that I was going out to dinner that night to a restaurant, I would starve myself during the day so that I could enjoy myself. The problem is this never ended well. What would happen is I would get to the restaurant and I would be so hungry and so ravenous that I pretty much would eat whatever was in sight, and I would always end up eating way more than I normally would have. So obviously starving myself didn't work. But what I do is I do eat lighter during the day. This way I make sure that I'm not ravenous when I'm going to the restaurant. Number 8, eat slower and take the time to really taste and enjoy your food. Slow down when you eat. Put the fork down between every bite. Take the time to chew your food more and really enjoy it. Sometimes I would eat so fast that I wouldn't even taste my food and I would end up feeling deprived. By slowing down, I would feel much more satisfied with my meal. And I also found that by doing this, I would usually end up eating smaller portions because I feel fuller sooner. Number 9, Focus on the experience, not just the food. Be more present and enjoy the company. Don't make it all about the food. It's easier to eat less when your focus is not just the plate, and you'll probably enjoy the evening a lot more too. Number 10, get back on track right away. Don't let one indulgent meal turn into many days of overeating. Just get back to your regular routine. And don't starve yourself or work out extra to try to make up for the extra calories that you ate the day before. Just get back to your normal eating and your training. That's how you learn to trust the process and prove to yourself that you can go out and enjoy a meal without wrecking your progress. And if you're finding that the weekends are derailing your progress, I did a video on that issue, so I will put a link to that video in the description below if you want to check it out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what I had to say, click the like button, subscribe, remember to stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.